because we know that that is what makes up this community the way that it is. We're so fortunate to have either been raised or even just be living in this town. And I hope I speak for all of you in saying how much this means to me. I have two folks today that I want you to hear from. The first one is probably, and I don't want to give him too much because too much glory here because he's already nervous. But we all wouldn't be here probably if it wasn't for Mac Turner. And so I want you to hear a little bit from him, and then I also would like for you to hear from Tim Richardson, who has been our main conduit of support back to the city folks, also without which we sure wouldn't be here. So with that idea in mind, I'd like for Mac to step up, and then following him, I would like Mr. Richardson to come forward, and he has something to present for us.
We'd like to welcome the VIPs out here today, and you guys are VIPs. Y'all's donations have made us who we are. Everything. We represent this depot.
Speak up, Mac. We can't hear you.
Come on up a little closer.
Put it up.
We lobbied the city to get this plaque in prime time here. How'd they do? Let's give them a hand. Either way you walk up here, you can't miss it. That's where it deserves to be. You guys are the best. I want to speak about the presence of the depot. We've got the scales that Moose donated. Hold up your hand, Moose.
Where are you, Moose? Where are you?
Our group paid $3,000 or $4,000 to have over the store. You'd have to ask Becca how much. But they went from a hunk of metal to they look brand new. So those are one thing that you guys' money paid for. The other thing is the video history interviews. I think we've done, what, 50 of those back? 52. My goal is to do 100. I hope we can reach it while I'm still alive. But anyway, I want to get around and shake everybody's hand here and just tell you how much this means to me. So you guys are VIPs, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to sit back down.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out today for the grand opening of the 4th Ackworth Depot that has stood on this site since the 1840s when the Western and Atlantic Railroad was built. I'd like to introduce a few of the city officials who are here today. We have Mayor Tommy Alligood with us, Alderman Butch Price, Alderman Dean Police. Of course, standing in the back, we have City Manager Brian Bullkies and Parks and Recreation Director James Albright. We'll be here for have this construction completed. But we're here today to recognize those of you, the donors, who contributed to the projects that are funded by the Save Ackworth History Foundation. And the city would like to present a proclamation in honor of and recognition of your donation to this worthy effort. So I'm going to read this first. This is a proclamation in recognition of donors for your generous contribution to the Save Ackworth History Foundation. Whereas you have generously supported the Save Ackworth History Foundation, a 501c3 organization that is dedicated to preserving and promoting the history of the city of Ackworth, Georgia. And whereas this recognition is for your extreme generosity in contributing $1,000 or more to continue to tell our city's story, to preserve Ackworth's history for future generations to come. Whereas your contribution has assisted in funding more than 50 recorded oral histories of longtime Ackworth residents, the development of a digital photo collection of artifacts and memorabilia, scholarships for students in local high schools, production of educational local history programs, refurbishment of the Deco freight scales, and much more. Whereas we extend our sincere gratitude for not only your financial investment, but your investment of time and talents in making this a unique and extraordinary story for the city of Ackworth and its citizens. Whereas these programs would not have been possible without your generous contribution. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Mayor and Board of Aldermen of the City of Ackworth, Georgia, do recognize the donors that contributed $1,000 or more for preserving and promoting Ackworth's rich history. Thank you all very much for your contribution to this worthy project. And staff inside will have copies of this proclamation for each of the donors to pick up on your way out today. Thank you very much.
The next item on the agenda is to step inside. Some of you may have already seen it. I know that the mayor has waited and hasn't even seen it. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I do, I want that unveiled. Thank you. And I thought Mac was nervous. Okay, let's unveil this, Mac. And I think that we're ready. Are you all ready? Very good. It would be remiss for me to say we couldn't have done it without you, and that's the truth. Although there were many others that helped, and we certainly are very, very gratified that they were stepping up and being helpful to us. If it wasn't for you all, it wouldn't be the same thing. So thank you very much, especially Moose, because there's something in here that he had something to do with. So thank you. Appreciate it very much.